A Matryoshka doll, matrëška, also known as the Russian nesting doll, or Russian doll, is a set of wooden dolls of decreasing size placed one inside another. The name Matryoshka, literally little matron, is a diminutive form of Russian female first name Matryona or Matriosha. A set of matryoshkas consists of a wooden figure which separates top from bottom to reveal a smaller figure of the same sort inside, which has, in turn, another figure inside of it, and so on. The first Russian nested doll set was made in 1890 by Vasily Zvyozdochkin from a design by Sergey Malyutin, who was a folk crafts painter at Abramtsevo. Traditionally, the outer layer is a woman dressed in a sarafan, a long and shapeless traditional Russian peasant jumper dress. The figures inside may be of either gender. The smallest, innermost doll is typically a baby turned from a single piece of wood. Much of the artistry is in the painting of each doll, which can be very elaborate. The dolls often follow a theme. The themes may vary, from fairy tale characters to Soviet leaders. The Matryoshka dolls are often referred to as babushka dolls, babushka meaning grandmother or elderly woman. History. The first Russian nested doll set was carved in 1890 by Vasily Zvyozdochkin, designed by Sergey Malyutin, who was a folk crafts painter in the Abramtsevo estate of on.The, a Russian industrialist and patron of arts. The doll set was painted by Malyutin. Malyutin's doll set consisted of 8 dolls. The outermost was a girl in a traditional dress holding a rooster. The inner dolls were girls and a boy, and the innermost a baby. Zvyozdochkin and Malyutin were inspired by a doll from Honshu, the main island of Japan. Sources differ in descriptions of the doll, describing it as either a round, hollowed Daruma doll, portraying a bald old Buddhist monk, or a 7 lucky gods nesting doll. Abramtsevo's wife presented the dolls at the Exposition Universelle in Paris, where the toy earned a bronze medal. Soon after, Matryoshka dolls were being made in several places in Russia and shipped around the world. Themes in dolls. Matryoshka dolls are often designed to follow a particular theme, for instance, peasant girls in traditional dress. Originally, themes were often drawn from traditional fairy tale characters, in keeping with the craft tradition, but since the 20th century, they have embraced a larger range, including Soviet leaders. Modern artists create many new styles of nesting dolls. Common themes include floral, Christmas, Easter, religious, animal collections, portraits and caricatures of famous politicians, musicians, athletes, astronauts, robots, and popular movie stars. Matryoshka dolls that featured communist leaders of Russia became very popular among Russian people in the early 1990s, after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Today, some Russian artists specialize in painting themed Matryoshka dolls that feature specific categories of subjects, people or nature. Areas with notable Matryoshka styles include Sergeyev Posad, Semyonovo, Polkovsky Maidan, and Kirov. During Perestroika, the leaders of the Soviet Union became a common theme of Matryoshkas. The largest outside figure was that of Mikhail Gorbachev, followed by Leonid Brezhnev, Nikita Khrushchev, Joseph Stalin, and finally the smallest, Vladimir Lenin. Newer versions start with Vladimir Putin and then follow with Dmitry Medvedev, Boris Yeltsin, Mikhail Gorbachev, Joseph Stalin, and Vladimir Lenin. Some include Putin, Medvedev, Yeltsin, Gorbachev, Brezhnev, Khrushchev, Stalin, Lenin, and finally Tsar Nicholas II. A total of 9 dolls. World record. The largest set of Matryoshka dolls in the world is a 51-piece set hand-painted by Yulia Bereznitskaya of Russia, completed in 2003. The tallest doll in the set measures 53.97 centimeters, the smallest 0.31 centimeters. Arranged side by side, the dolls span 3.41 meters. As metaphor, matryoshkas are used metaphorically as a design paradigm, known as the Matryoshka principle or nested doll principle. It denotes a recognizable relationship of object within similar object that appears in the design of many other natural and crafted objects. Examples of this use include the Matryoshka brain and the matrëška media container format. The onion metaphor is of similar character. If the outer layer is peeled off an onion, a similar onion exists within. This structure is employed by designers in applications such as the layering of clothes or the design of tables, where a smaller table nests within a larger table, and a smaller one within that. The matryoshka multimedia container format derives its name from Matryoshka, alluding to the container being able to hold many different types of content streams.